As you guys already know, the Bowser Tour has finally released in Mario Kart Tour, and we got a bunch of Bowser themed tracks. From GBA Bowser Castle 4 to SNES Bowser Castle 3, they are all certified bops. However, despite how hyped these new tracks are as well as the old ones returning, that is totally not the main point of this video. As you guys can tell, I'm wondering which Bowser Castle will come to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as DLC. I mean, there are two new tracks here, so it's totally possible we could get one of these, and they also got major glow-ups. So it would be really probable to see one of these, especially since they already have the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe aesthetic. Like, they have elevation changes, there's some parts where you can make them anti-gravity, you know, it totally fits the criterion. But before we jump into conclusions, we should also stay a little logical over here. Yes, I know we are due for a new Bowser Castle track, and it could come Wave 5 or Wave 6. There's so many Mario circuits, I'm sure we'll be getting another Bowser's Castle. Heck, we only have one in the game, which is the Nitro Bowser Castle, and I'm literally tired of playing that one. So I'm excited to talk about which one I think will come. Will it be DS Bowser Castle or 3DS Bowser's Castle? Probably not, honestly, because the prefix leak has been super consistent. I highly doubt they're gonna have any more major changes to them. And by major changes, I mean just like flipping them around. I don't really mean like, oh, they're going to substitute one prefix over the other. I don't think we've ever seen that. Like, they've been literally consistent. We've had the same amount of prefixes revealed in the game. So I highly doubt we're gonna get any more because, you know, DS and 3DS are already gone. They're done. Especially DS, because DS is one of my favorite Bowser Castles of all time. Okay, so we debunked two Bowser's Castles. So what about Wii's Bowser's Castle? Well, as you guys already know, there are two Wii tracks left. And the reason for this is because Wii Maple Treeway was originally going to be in Wave 6, but since it's switched with a GCN, there are more GCNs now than Wii's left. So yeah, with two Wii tracks left, I feel like the first one is going to be Koopa Cape. And I'm saying this because there's Koopa Cape and Dry Dry Runes already in Mario Kart Tour, and one of the biggest indicators that Koopa Cape is most likely going to get in is due to the banner leak. And if it's actually true that Koopa Cape is in the banner leak, then it's most likely going to be in the game. Why would they not include it after having it in the banner? You know what I'm saying? And Koopa Cape is also one of the most popular tracks of all time. There's no doubt it's going to be in. So yeah, we got one Wii track down, and our second Wii track is in Wave 6, which is also in the Blue Shell Cup as the last track. And we probably all know what this is going to be. Wii Rainbow Road. Wii Rainbow Road is one of the hardest rainbow roads like of all time. I remember following it so many times growing up. So yeah, I think that's going to be the best pick, because if it is in the last track of that cup, then you're gonna have to end off with a bang. And as you guys know, with Wave 3, it ended off with a bang with 3DS Rainbow Road. So it would match like how they ended off the year with that wave. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be any room for Wii's Bowser's Castle despite it being a certified bop. I love the music. It would have been so crazy in Mario Kart 8 with the anti-gravity, but it does not seem logical. We're probably just going to get Koopa Cape in Wii Rainbow Road. The prefix is not going to change drastically where they like swap one in favor of another. That's just not possible. And unfortunately, I'm going to also have to debunk any thoughts of a GBA version coming to the BCP, and this is why. So you guys remember the song leaks from several months ago? Well, a lot of those tracks, if not most of them, are already in the game. Like DS Peach Gardens, Singapore Speedway, they were all part of the song leak and they came true. All that's really left now is pretty much Sunset Wilds. And guess where Sunset Wilds is from? Mario Kart Super Circuit, a GBA game. And there's only one more spot for a GBA game. And since every freaking track from the song leak came true, this is most likely a guaranteed track to come as well. So yeah, that's also the reason why I believe GBA Bowser Castle, like 4 for example, won't be coming to BCP despite how awesome it is and they change it into like a cool looking track with the pinballs. It just sucks to hear, but I don't think it's also probable. So yeah, that brings us to our probable answer, SNES Bowser Castle 3. This totally makes sense because I would not really want to have Vanilla Lake. I only said that in my predictions since it seemed like a lot more probable at the time, and I also saw a lot of ads in Coconut Mall. But now that it's actually playable in Mario Kart Tour, it is most guaranteed to come to the BCP. Yeah, sure, we could also get Choco Island, Ghost Valley, Koopa Beach, and like I said, Vanilla Lake, but we already have a lot of those themes. So it totally makes sense to get a new theme into the BCP, which is, again, Bowser's Castle. However, despite being the most logical answer, I'm actually 60% convinced that it will be this. So, where's the other 40%? Yep, I left one other BC track out of the equation, and that is GCN Bowser's Castle. Not only is this my favorite Bowser Castle of all time, but I do think it still has a chance to come to the DLC. Even though this track is not in Mario Kart Tour, Nintendo actually may surprise us with its addition probably like earlier in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. As you guys already know, DS Shroom Ridge came out in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe before it came to Mario Kart Tour. It came out in Wave 2, I believe, of 2022, and it came to Mario Kart Tour just recently, actually, like I think in the Doctor Tour of 2023. So it's actually possible for this track to come in. Not to mention, there's actually a GameCube track that so happens to sit in the Blue Shell Cup. And this is literally the perfect cup to showcase a Bowser Castle, since every new Bowser seems to always sit alongside Rainbow Road in the Special Cup. So yeah, makes sense, right? Well, it even makes more sense because Bowser's Castle for the GameCube captures how intense and uneasy it is to drive on. I feel like there'll be like tons of ways to make this track more immersive, because if they can turn this into this, then I'm pretty sure they can make this one even better. So yeah, that's pretty much why I also believe GCN Bowser Castle has a chance to get into the BCP as well. Yeah, BC3 seems the most logical because it would be pretty done if we got like another course that had the same theme as the rest of the BCP courses. But I mean, they could do whatever they want, you know? Just look how they treated the last DS track. We all thought it was going to be something grand like Delfino Square or Airship Fortress, but we ended up getting yet another Mario circuit. So let's not leave GCN Bowser Castle out of the equation. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's a toss-up between SNES Bowser Castle 3 and GameCube's Bowser Castle? If so, let me know which team you're on. As much as I love BC3's glow up, I honestly would love to see GCN Bowser's Castle instead. As of always, leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe for more Mario Kart today, and if you don't, then I'm going to blame you for stealing a balloon on Free Balloon Day.